I've been teaching for more than a decade now, and I have made plenty of observations when it comes to students preparing for high-stakes exams, and I've made many videos based on my observations, ranging from the things to avoid before the exams, the methods to improve your score for the exam, how to sleep well, how not to get distracted, how to avoid depression, how to study in groups, how to improve your focus, and so many more things. But when it comes to hard-working students who fail, I've noticed this one important thing. And that's what I want to share today. I'm Dr. Basili, a full-time orthopedic surgeon and a faculty of orthopedics. Welcome to my channel, and in this video, let's talk about what that unique problem is. Let me start off by telling you the story of India's most loved twins, Karan Arjun, the most resilient twins who had to overcome so many challenges to survive in this world. In this story, they are NEET aspirants, which is no less than a heroic task in itself. As in the story, they were twins who did almost everything the same. They wore the same clothes, they hung out at the same places, they played with the same toys, they went to the same school and college. And unfortunately, they crushed on the same girl. And eventually down the line, they both wanted to do medicine. So obviously they started listening to Boneteacher, the podcast, the videos, and the whole shebang. They found out about so many exam strategies, the importance of starting early, the importance of revising and grand tests. They started preparing, they attended the same classes, took the same coaching, or bought the same app. When they started, their preparation was slow, but eventually they picked up pace. Over the weeks and months, their scores were also improving. But sir, ये कैसी स्टोरी है? हार्ड वर्क कर रहे हैं और स्कोर इंप्रूव हो रहा है, इसमें 0 to hero कहाँ है? Unfortunately friends, such dramatics only happen in Bollywood. In real world, you rarely see 0 to hero. That's an aberration. Any kind of success needs some amount of discipline and persistence. So let's come back to the reality of Karan Arjun. As the exam date started approaching, they wanted to take one grand exam or a mock exam to assess where they stood in terms of the competition. So they took this one national exam or a national mock, gave it their best shot, and got the scores. Guess what happened? They scored far lower than they expected. Both of them were equally taken aback and shocked. Now this is where the story takes a twist. It is now when the twins do something drastically opposite, and this changed the course of their outcome. But before I tell you what they did, let me ask you this simple question, and comment below and let me know what your answer is. What happens when you put so much effort and work hard and still do not get the result that you are hoping for? You will obviously feel miserable, shattered, broken. You will feel like इतनी मेहनत कर रहा हूँ फिर भी result क्यों नहीं आ रहा है? You will get angry, frustrated, complain about everything under the sky. You will find someone to blame or blame yourself even. And among the list of all the things that you will feel, the last thing you will ever feel is thankful. And yet, this is exactly what we should feel. We should feel thankful. Sir, failure ke baad we should feel thankful. What are you talking about? Let's go back to Karan Arjun. See, after the horrible score, Arjun was thankful. Why was Arjun thankful? Arjun was a problem solver, whereas Karan was a problem fearer. See, Karan's natural response post the horrible score was to think that this is proof of his effort. This is proof of his ability. It is a proof that he cannot do well on the real exam. Although after the score, he kept on working hard because there was nothing else he could do, but the score left such a blow to his self-esteem that he felt he couldn't do it. He just couldn't let go of that score. Now everything that he did, more reading, more revising, it was always colored with this fear that he couldn't do well on the exam, that he was not good enough. He took that one single score and generalized it all over his preparation and capabilities. Whereas on the other hand, Arjun saw things differently. He saw things for what it were. He realized that he scored poorly, but at the end of the day, it was just an exam. Although initially he felt bad like any normal human being, he was also thankful. He felt lucky that thanks to this exam, he knew what his mistakes were. He was blessed with an opportunity to fix his mistakes or rectify his errors before it was too late. See, in life, if you come across any problem or failure, there are always two ways to look at it. You can either feel bad and just give up and not pursue further, or you can look at it as an opportunity to learn from your mistakes and come back stronger. And that's exactly what Arjun did. And this single change in the mindset, when even though the whole equation was the same, changed the outcome of both Karan and Arjun. Karan, who was scared and guarded, went to the exam fearing he will not do well. Although he attempted all the questions, he was always guarded. He was apprehensive before making the choice. He wasn't confident, so he kept on switching his answers, wasting precious minutes on the exam. Whereas Arjun, on the other hand, was confident in his preparation, was thankful that he knew what his mistakes were and was on the lookout for them. He approached the paper with flamboyance and confidence. He marked the answers without thinking too much and went ahead swiftly. And finally, on the day of the results, Arjun came out victorious. The point I'm trying to make, friends, is that before the exam, you will write tests. And if in these tests you do not do well, you have all the right to feel bad temporarily, but you should not take it to heart. Learn from it and try to come stronger for the real exam. Because friends, no result is final unless it's the final exam. And even if the final result is not as you expected, it's not the end of the world. You can always start again. And to be honest with all of you, I was once a Karan and would always run away from any kind of failure. And if I were Karan, I wouldn't be here telling you to do this. I worked on myself and changed my thought process. And I honestly hope that you do the same. I wish you guys all the best for your exam, and I will see you on the other side. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.